Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is in association with TropikHome. TropikHome are a blind manufacturers based in the UK since 2013, and they make domestic blinds, but last year they started to make blinds for caravan and motorhomes. And I contacted them because we've had problems with our blinds. These are the original right blinds, and we've had problems with the retention springs. The hook clips that keep it down, they keep falling out, and to cap it off, the one behind me has actually ripped. So having spoken to TropikHome, they said that they could make them to measure to fit my caravan, which I was really pleased about. And they've sent these to me free of charge, I will disclose that. But the idea and purpose behind this video is to show you how you can upgrade your blinds in the front, and also how to do it. So first of all, let's take a look at one of the blinds that TropikHome has sent me. So this is one of the 3 blinds that were sent to me by TropikHome, and it came with some instructions and some screws as well. Now, I like the fact that it's very well constructed, and the plastic corners are really good. They're reinforced, so they're going to do the job, which is ideal for fitting in caravans, especially if kids start messing with them. These are going to last you a long time. Now, the top section here is the fly screen, and the bottom section is the blind itself, because these are cassette blinds, and they're very well made. Very impressed. And another nice touch, we've got 4 grey coasters. Juliet's going to love these. So the tools for today's project, quite simple really. From the right, we've got a drill. We've got a 3mm drill bit, various crosshead screwdrivers, and a pencil, and a deep hole pencil, a joiner's pencil. These are great, these. And also we've got some blue Scotch tape. Now, I like this tape because if you use it instead of the normal tape that you get in the decorator shops, this doesn't leave any sticky residue afterwards, so you could stick it to the window and it wouldn't cause any issues. Now, I'm going to use this as I need an extra pair of hands in order to just fit certain parts of it into place while I'm doing my measurements and fitting it. Now, if there's 2 of you, you probably won't need this. So the first thing we need to do is remove the curtains. Now, in order to do that, we need to remove these blocks. Now, what you do is you lift it up like so, and then using the tab, just pull up, and then that's removed. Now, put these on one side. You don't want to lose them because you need to replace them when you fit the curtains after the blinds have been done. So I'm going to get on with that now and remove them all and take the curtains off. Now, the curtains are quite easy to remove because they just slide off the end of the rail like so. So we've removed the curtains now, and we need to remove the tie backs. Now, if you've got a Swift, you'll probably notice that they've actually put a screw in order to hold them. So we need to take our crosshead screwdriver and remove all them first of all. So I'll get on with that now. So glasses on, important bit now. We've got 2 screws on either side, and we've got 2 at the top which are just sunk in the sides here. You can't quite see them on camera. What we're going to do first of all is we're going to remove these 2 because these will slide out. I'll show you what I mean. Now, these have been put on with a gun, so they've stripped them, which is really kind of them. So I'm glad I brought different kinds of screwdrivers in order to do this. This is why you should always use hand tools when you're working on your caravan and not power tools. So as you can see now, it's dropped down, and we can now remove it like so. So I'll get on with the others, and then we'll once that's off and all these bottom ones are off, we'll come to the top parts and I'll explain that in more detail. So you'll notice I've just put some of the blue tape on to hold this up, even though it's still screwed, because what's going to happen is once you let one screw loose, it's going to drop, and it'll make it difficult to hold this and unscrew the other. So little top tip, use some tape. Now, I prefer the blue tape because it doesn't mark. It's a lot better than the cheapy white stuff or off-white stuff. So the 3M blue tape is a great bit of kit for this job. So I'm just going to remove the screws on this side now. Now, I've done one already, and I have to say it was a real pig to do because they'd strip the screws because they put these in, obviously, with a drill or an electric screwdriver. There you go, you can see it's dropped. So we can put that up there now and secure it. And it should hold it long enough for me to get the other screw out. Which has been stripped as well. Thank you, Swift. That's very kind of you. Sorry you're looking at the back of my head, but there you go. That's it, it's now off. So we've now got that blind off. We've one more to do, which is the far corner. Now this tape, I'm going to reuse it later, so I'm just going to pop it down at the bottom here out the way so it doesn't crease, and we can use it again. So I'll take this one off camera and then I'll come back to you. So I've taken them all off now, and it's a little bit dusty actually, so I'm going to give it a bit of a clean first of all before we start looking at fitting the new TropikHome blinds. So let me do that off camera and I'll come back to you. So if you're considering ordering from TropikHome, this is what they recommend you do in terms of your measurements. Take yourself a tape measure, and what you need to do is measure either side of the rubber, like so, and obviously just beyond the rubber at the bottom, a centimetre, and at the top, to the top of the rubber. And that'll give you your measurements, so they'll fit perfectly. Now, in the case of the far ones, if you've got them shaped like that, you go to the deepest point, like so, to measure. And again, your width standard, as I just explained. So that's how you would measure them. So I'm just going to offer mine up, just to show you now what it looks like. So that's roughly where it's going to go for me, which is perfect. Now, there are some existing holes, which are from, obviously, when we've just removed them. What I do is I tend to get these off Amazon, little stickers, and I'm going to stick them over them so they don't look so intrusive. But I have a feeling I might get away with them because I think they might just be over the lines, but we'll see. Now, when you're fitting these, your caravan might not be level, so you need a level reference point. And the best thing in my caravan is this plinth here. And we're going to use the underside of the plinth. Now, I've had a look at this, and what I'm going to have to do, in order to fit the bottom screws, I'm going to have to butt right up against this plate, which is great because it gives me a level that I can work from. So that's what I'm going to do now, and I'm going to mark the holes and then pre-drill them. So I'll get on with that now. So just pop that in there. Where's the pencil? Oops, pencil broke. And that's my hole, so I'm going to pre-drill that now. Now what I'm doing with these is I'm just doing them one by one. It makes life easier. Now when you're drilling, don't go mad. You just want a simple bit of pressure, and you just want to get beyond the actual wallboard itself. Now behind here on mine are studs, and these are resin studs, which are perfect. Yours might be wood, but as I said, mine are resin. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to screw into there now, and then I'll go along and do the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And I'll do that off camera, so we can speed this video up a little bit. So we've come across a bit of a hiccup really, and that is this. You can't get the angle for the screw in order to fit this section here at the bottom. Now I've come up with an idea for it, and I'm going to go and try it outside, and then I'll explain what it is. Remedying this dilemma that we have, and that's this. I can use this needle file here and then use it to file an angle, or a quicker way would be to use my Dremel, which is what I'm going to use for speed for me. So here they are, all finished off. I'm really happy with them. They look really good. Now, another thing I like about these blinds from TropikHome are this. Instead of having a catch here to separate the two screens, you've actually got a magnet instead, like so, which is great. They just push up, lock into place, and that's it, they're done. Well, folks, that was the TropikHome caravan and motorhome blind fitting. These were quite simple to fit. It's only 4 screws really at the end of the day. Once you've got your measurements and sent them off, it takes about 2 to 3 weeks for them to arrive, and it's a straightforward fit. Now, we did have that hiccup that I did show you earlier on with my caravan. It might not be the same for your caravan or motorhome, but it's something I'm going to be feeding back to TropikHome, because as I said before, they've only been making them for about 12 months now, so they're still under the development stage in some parts. So this is something that they can take forward and make it a lot easier to install. I like the fact that these are very well made. They really are, and I like the different colours, options that you can get. You can get this in grey, black and white, as well as this cream. I chose the cream so that it would match the caravan, but if it was me doing them all, I'd have them in grey. I really do like the grey, it's quite funky. Now, the blinds themselves are very simple. It's a cassette blind, as I said before. I like this magnetic strip here, so there's no little spring clips here to pinch them together. They just lock in on the magnets and they stay, and I like that. Now, some people might not like the fact that you've got these holes through the centre of the blind. Personally, I'm not bothered. At the end of the day, I'm still going to get my privacy. So all in all, I'm very happy. This would take you about 2 hours to do, so you could allow an afternoon or a morning to do it. Your tools are very simple to use. You just got to be careful not to drill too far in when you're making your pilot holes. Other than that, it's very easy. Please use the screws that are provided though. It's very important that, because they do have to go through the thickness of the frame as well as the caravan itself. Now, I'd like to thank TropikHome for being part of this video and supplying these blinds for my caravan. I really do appreciate it. We're going to get a lot of use out of these, and you'll probably see them in 1 or 2 videos as we progress through the year, and I will be reporting back at the end of the year as to how we're getting on with them. Well, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you'll join us again real soon, but in the meantime, bye for now.